and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Sports City, your home of sports analysis. You are with me, Bill Clinton Odhiambo, and joining me on panel kama kawaida, Mr. Elvis Odhiambo. How are you, sir? Uko salama?
I'm really good.
Right.
Today it's a boring weekend because Manu is coming back to the EPL. Before it was an international friendlies, but the EPL is now back. I'm sure that the EPL will give us an exciting and very busy weekend. We'll be focusing on local about the Harambee Stars and the improvement that they have made. We saw how they did South Sudan 1-0 and the international friendly. And I believe that in future, probably in 2027 or 2030, Kenya will have improved so far. But follow us, and we encourage the deaf people to follow us on Facebook, IG, on our social media platform, and WhatsApp and YouTube. Join us and send in your comments, and we will get to sample some of them and discuss here at Science TV. Let us focus on local and the EPL. I know this will be an interesting interview, and welcome very much.
Alright, thank you so much, Elvis, for that. Myself, I'm going to interpreters this afternoon are Esther Kendi as well as Gideon Maina. Just like Elvis has said, remember to send in your thoughts and opinions through our social media platform, that is 019803804. That is our WhatsApp and SMS number. Pale ndani ya Facebook, Science TV Kenya, YouTube as well. Make sure you catch up with our content. Like, subscribe, and share as well to your friends and family, so that we can, be well informed as we give you more content on a daily basis. Just like Elvis said, football action is back, and I believe you mentioned you were saying that this weekend is not going to be a boring one. Now, the KPL, of course, Posta Rangers, that's what, like we were saying, in the past couple of weeks, they have done really well as far as maintaining a good start to the local KPL, FKF KPL action. Pale EPL, Tottenham and Arsenal are the only unbeaten teams coming up to this weekend's fixtures. We're going to see how they're going to do. Remember, Arsenal are against Chelsea, then Tottenham will be playing later on Monday against Fulham. But then again, Manchester City, who are disappointed by Arsenal rather, they'll be looking to get positive results against a tough side, that is the Brighton FC. But then again, we're going to talk about that later on. Then also not to mention the first ever African Football League that just started yesterday between Al Ahly versus Simba FC, that ended up on a 2-2 draw. New exciting times for African football. We'll talk about how this new tournament will bring more focus to African football and help generally grow the African football as far as development is concerned. But then again, let us know your thoughts and opinions as far as these topics are concerned, and we'd like to just get away with it, straight into it. Elvis, Posta Rangers, of course, they are dominating the KPL. They play against Talanta away. But then again, this is one of the games that is being played this evening. Do you believe that this is a positive step for Posta Rangers, because they started really well and they have a chance to solidify their place as far as number one is concerned, probably than the KPL?
Thank you very much. Also, Posta Rangers is in the top because it has met some weaker teams. It has been lucky so far, but Posta Ranger, their control is really good, and I believe it's just like Arsenal. It's just like Arsenal. The early matches, they are really on top and very strong in scoring. Posta Ranger hasn't really met Tusker FC, hasn't really met Gor Mahia, hasn't really met KCB, and also Muranga Seals.
Right.
If Posta Rangers thrashed likes of Akina Gor Mahia, I think that one will give them a position and solidify their position in top 4. But I feel the coach is very confident, and also the discipline is there, the cooperation is there, the patience is there, and the coordination. Posta Rangers, if this continues, this will solidify their place. I think the players are very patient, and the coaches are not really playing a blame game. They are really focusing, and they're very focusing on the positive side, so that they can improve their games.
Right.
That is why Posta Ranger is on the top right now. But I believe, I'm not very sure if Posta Rangers will take the cup, but that will be a surprise. Gor Mahia, Tusker FC, Leopard, KCB, they're here for that cup too. So Posta Rangers, it's a good point for them, but I think the coach has really played a pivotal role for encouraging them. The players are not mean. We can see how they're playing, they're coordinating the ball so that they can place a score. I think Gor Mahia this time around, this season again, will win, but Tusker FC, I think they really need a new coach. Recently, the recent story, the coach had a problem. The Tusker coach had a problem, but I think they're really discussing and making some excuses to see how probably they can retain or probably replace him. But let us congratulate Posta Rangers for the good performance that they've had from 2020, this year 2023.
Right.
They have been previously they were number 10, number 9, number 10, number 9, but now the confidence is there. But I believe in the second leg, Posta Ranger will have they will be given a run for their money, because they will be meeting with big teams like Gor Mahia and all that.
Right.
But I think Moranga Seal and Posta Rangers, they're really doing good so far.
All right, there's a lot to be talked about, as far as patience and confidence is concerned. Remember, whatever the point, whatever the result that Posta Rangers gets this afternoon against Talanta FC will still be beneficial for them. It will be still a positive result, right?
Yes. I know. Talanta, sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, but Posta Rangers knows Talanta is not a very strong team,
right.
So they're doing some spies and looking how they're playing the game. I think 2 years ago, Talanta had a potential to improve, but looking at how they played this game, I think Posta Rangers will thrash Talanta, because the confidence is there, the training is there, the coach is very skillful, the system is really working for their favor. I think if they just put a little pressure and apply the training that they have had, there is no injuries at this point. They are not really. They are very careful whenever they are playing. As you can see how they played about the 1 hour in the game, the positioning, the defense, how to take in a player and take out the player. They are not really missing the point. I think from number 9, number 10, number 11 at the front, they've been really doing good. The defense is good. The coach is good. They've seen on where to improve and where to work on. And I think Posta Ranger, the confidence is there, and the discipline, they're listening to one another. They're really working on cooperation, and respect is there. But Talanta, it can thrash Posta Rangers, but I think Posta Ranger for now is good, and I believe Posta Ranger, Talanta is number 12 right now, so
right.
Posta Ranger, they're in a position to win this game.
But the big question is, what should Posta Rangers do to make sure that the likes of Gor Mahia don't, closing the gap? Because it's only 4 points that is separating the two sides. But should they slip up, against their opponents, they are at a risk of, being caught up by the likes of Gor Mahia. What should they do? Is it about, making sure the gameplay is intact? Is it the possession? Is it the tactics-wise? What do you believe they should do right?
Thank you very much. If the coach himself of Posta Ranger feels like there is an effect
right.
on the game, he will avoid the mistakes and really take out the players and revamp and strategize the game. The defense is good, because the defense is the key and is really important in the game. If the defense is weak, they will be focus on the front. Then the defense is the defense of the game. So is the key to winning the game.
Right.
It will depend on the defense and the goalkeeper. If the goalkeeper tells them to really cover on the sides and make a defense really strong and work with the coordination, the left and the right, the coach of Posta Rangers, they know, coaches of Posta Rangers know the games of Gor Mahia, and he's very skilled. He will strategize and position everything very correctly, so Posta Rangers can really defend their numbers. But it will depend on the defense, because the coach is only standing outside and really ordering the game. Maybe Gor Mahia can come back and really take the lead, but it will end up to goal kick, it will end up to penalties, and if Gor Mahia have a lot of injuries, then Posta Rangers will maintain the position. But they will, I hope they avoid the injuries,
Right.
they avoid angering the referee, and they maintain patience. I think this will help them succeed. But if there is no patience, I think it will die, and Gor Mahia will soon catch up with them. But I think Posta Rangers have to be very careful and avoid a lot of silly mistake and making the referee hungry. But they have to be very careful and strategize on this. But first, looking at the history of Posta Rangers, we have to celebrate them. The Gor Mahia and Tusker FC, they have really taken the cups, but this time, Posta Rangers, we really support and congratulate them. But about taking the cup, we are not that sure.
Talking about playing catch-up, Gor Mahia are playing Tusker FC tomorrow, and they'll be away. But then again, they'll be looking to get, try and get the 3 necessary points in order to close that gap between them and Posta Rangers. Remember, it's only 4 points. But then again, also Tusker FC need this particular win because they are far off the top 4 where they are usually meant to be. So this is a chance for them to claim, their status back in the KPL. Remember, they have started really, on a slow side. But then again, they're hoping to catch up. In this particular fixture, do you believe Tusker FC have a chance, or is it Gor Mahia who is going to win? Between Gor Mahia and Tusker, who are you rooting for tomorrow to get the 3 points?
That is very true. I'm supporting Gor Mahia 100%.
And why is that?
Why? Because we know Gor Mahia have a very good improvement. The KPL, the league, the KPL, the betting, the Mozart bet, they have participated, but Gor Mahia, they're really keen.
Right.
Tusker, they have participated in AFCON,
right.
Mozart bet and everything, but Gor Mahia haven't missed international fixtures. But Gor Mahia must thrash Tusker because they have a problem in defense. And I'm telling you the truth because I've seen and I've recognized that. Because I know you support Tusker FC because you are a member. You have a player who is your friend. I believe Gor Mahia. I want Gor Mahia to close in the gap
right.
between the Posta Rangers and Gor Mahia. Tusker FC, I think the problem is the coach. They are really playing a blame game, and that is really affecting the morale and disappointing the players. But I believe if they solve these concerns, I think Gor Mahia might have a run for their money, but I think Gor Mahia will win. The center is well, the front is well. Benson is there.
Right.
Benson Ninani is
top scorer,
yes. The confidence is there. Tusker FC, they have been disappointed very much this season because the front is good, but the defense is the problem. If the motivation doesn't come from the defense and the defense is not really working really good, the motivation and morale from at the front really goes down.
Right.
But I feel the defense has been letting the team down. The coach is old right now. He has to retire and get another person to assist him so that FC can revamp and come back to its glory. So I think I'm really focusing and I'm confident because the coach from Gor Mahia is a Mzungu. He's an international coach. So I think he has really helped the team to to come strong. I believe it will be 1-2
Right.
or probably 1-0. The Tusker will work on their defense, but I believe Gor Mahia will win probably 1-0 or 2-1. Let us see how will that happen, and then we're gonna discuss it on Monday.
Well, Gor Mahia fans will be looking at their situation right now and think they're just unlucky because they've had quite a run of good games. You can remember in the Ingwe against them when they played the Mashimeti Derby against FC Leopard. 2-0 win was quite give them it was a confident booster. Made them come out to prepare well prepared against playing this game. So against Tusker FC, you've talked about how yes, Tusker are facing quite a defensive problem as we speak. But should we see this this kind of form continuing? Should we worry that their coach Robert Matano might be on his way really soon, or their troubles will come to pass and I will see them bounce back?
On the locals KPL, the team defense is the problem. That is why specifically they didn't select a lot of people on their transfer market. Harambee Stars didn't select a lot of people from Tusker. Ouma, now he's participating in the international football.
Right.
But Harambee Stars, they have taken him to the squad. Tusker FC, if the coach Robert Matano thrashed Gor Mahia right now, he won't be in his way home. If the owners see that the team is really doing good, and here I'm hearing about some gossip that Gor Mahia, and if Tusker thrashed Gor Mahia, the coach will be retained. But if Gor Mahia thrashed Tusker, the coach will be on his way home. But I believe the players need to have a meeting and discuss and really air out their concerns, because this is really affecting the morale of the team, and the supporters, they are really getting a very negative feedback, and we feel like the supporters have been very disappointed. The mind game in this game is really good. They needed to come to this game with their mind in the game, because the players who are new and who are experienced have been in the game for the long time. I think that is not really positive for the game. That really has really made the team to be disappointed. So they need to look on where the good things and the bad things, so that they can air out all those things. I believe Gor Mahia will thrash Tusker FC, right. And I hope the coach will be on his way home, so that we can have a very young full, so that the team can revamp back to its top position.
Okay, all right. Of course, Tusker fans will be looking to to hope that things go on their way. The big question here is: has Robert Matano lost his touch with Tusker FC, or are the players not really gelling really well, like it's supposed to? Because we saw the same trend last season, where Tusker FC started the season on a bad note, but then again went on to improve, and we are going to see if that will be the same trend. But if that should be the same trend, then Tusker fans, Tusker players, we are really worried, because that is not the Tusker that we are used to. But then again, on the other side, Benson Omana has been doing really well for Gor Mahia this season, and we'll be hoping to get a chance against Tusker FC when they play tomorrow. But then again, they had a 2-0 win against FC Leopard. Positive results is concerned. Muranga Seal, who are tying with Gor Mahia in the KPL with 12 points, have also been most of the recent players, the recent teams making headlines as far as them getting positive results is concerned. Now, between them and Shabana FC, they are promoted to the KPL after doing really well in the National Super League. For Shabana, things have not been going really well, and up until they got their 1-0 win against Tusker FC. But then again, for Muranga Seal, 6 games, 4 wins, and only 2 losses, giving them 12 points so far. They are playing against Bidco United away. Do you believe this is also another opportunity for Seals to extend their perfect run, their perfect start to KPL this time around? Ama, this is where we're going to get a stumbling block. sort of what they can, that could, it should be like a wake-up call for them, or they will get past Bidco. What do you think, Elvis?
Okay.
You know, locally in Kenya, I feel the spirit is really good, and Moranga, they're really encouraged. It's the first time to participate in the KPL, and also Shabana, they were really competing in the NSF.
Right.
So they were both promoted to join KPL, and now before Shabana was top, and then Moranga was number 2. Right. And I'm wondering how KPL, Moranga is number 1, number 3 in the KPL, and then Shabana is number 9, number 8 there. So I believe Moranga has really fought this one, and they are really working on their confidence and their patience and the discipline and the cooperation. The four is really good.
Right.
The coach is really good, and he's really gelling with the players. Moranga is really dreaming to get this cup. Shabana, on the other hand, it is really supported by the Kisii people, and we know Kisii. The Shabana has sold some few players, and Moranga is really careful, and their positioning, their tactics, and how they score the game. For Bidco, before, it is a weak team. Sometimes it wins, sometimes it loses. It lost 1 and drawn 2, but I believe Moranga must thrash Bidco this time round, because Moranga is really far in the KPL, but Bidco is number 13. It's just number 13 on the table. Moranga, the confidence is good, because I'm really supporting Moranga to have this positive result, because the players, their mind are in the game. It's not very negative, it's very positive. I want them to really participate and really have a positive result,
right,
so that they can have a position in number 4, top 4 in the KPL. If Bidco will be lucky, we will see. But I'm wondering, Bidco have been there in the KPL.
Right.
Moranga Seals was promoted just recently. So with the trend that they have been put in this KPL, I believe Moranga will be 2-1, because they have some good center, and the coach is really working with the players very good. If the mind is really positive and is in the game, they will get a positive result. I believe they're going into this game with a very positive and a very confident mentality.
Right.
So I think Moranga won't go back to, it won't allow to be thrashed, so that it can go back to number 4, number 5, number 6.
Well, we'll be looking to see how Moranga will play against Bidco tomorrow. But then again, also another top 4 team, in action today is KCB. They are playing against Ulinzi Stars at home. Do you believe this is another chance for KCB to also, retain their position in top 4? They have 11 points, only a single point behind Gor Mahia and Moranga Seal. A chance for them. Should Gor Mahia and Moranga Seal be held to a draw, for example, and KCB gets 3 points, then they'll be, up 2 points ahead in the table. Do you believe KCB are in a good place right now?
Ulinzi Stars, the training, Ulinzi Stars, they live in Yaya. They train in Yaya at the army force. The training for KCB is really good. The cooperation for KCB is good. They are working really good right now. I think they ironed out the problem that they were facing. Right now, you see, they have really improved. They are back to the top 4. Before they had lost, but KCB has an opportunity to win this game. Last year, KCB was number 5. It was number 5. Tusker FC, Kariobangi Sharks, Gor Mahia, and Nzoia Sugar. And Ulinzi was in the bottom of the table, but KCB, it has to thrash this game. It has to thrash Ulinzi 2-0. The confidence is really good. Ulinzi, they are not very confident, and they are just training about the war and the guns, but they are not really focused on the game. So I believe the coach, it will depend this time with the coach. If they order and they really put their mind in the game, if the training is reduced, then Ulinzi Stars, they don't have an opportunity to win this game. The center midfield is weak, but they're really trying. And again, if there is an agreement in different departments and they schedule the training time for training, and they really keep up the discipline and the focus, the only thing that I will encourage them to do right now is to really put more time on training so that they don't get tired in the game, and they have enough rest, and they really put their mind in the game of football. It has never been top 4. It has been number 9, number 10, number 8.
Right.
I think for the next season it will be relegated to NSL, and that will be a very big shame. But I believe KCB this time has an opportunity to thrash Ulinzi.
Alright, that is as far as the top 4 for KPL is concerned. Other teams in action this afternoon, we have Sofapaka playing against Police. How do you see this going out, Sofapaka or Police? Nani atashinda? Nani hatari between these two?
I believe Police will take this one. Sofapaka is really good. 2-3 years ago, Sofapaka was really good, but now this year, it has really played at its worst. Police has really been working, and they are really gaining the experience. Before, they tried to improve, but Police have really focused on their training. They're really getting it right. Sofapaka, on the other hand, it is, well, sometimes it goes down, but I believe Police have a lot of confidence, and the training is right, and I believe Police will take this one home. Probably 1-0, or it will go for a draw. KPL is not like EPL where they score like 4 or 5 goals, but it will be like 1-0 or 2-1, or Gor Mahia has been the one which has been lucky to score many goals, but Moranga thrashed Tusker FC 1-0. It was just a lucky from the head trick from. It's not like EPL. EPL is an international, and it has a lot of quality, but I believe in future, probably 2030, with the cooperation and the federation and the support, the quality will improve, and the funding, probably the politics will be eliminated, and the corruption. I believe by then it will match the standard for international. But for now, Police has really improved. It will be probably 1-0 against Sofapaka, or I think 1-0 against Sofapaka.
Right, and of course tomorrow's action, Kariobangi Sharks play against Muhoroni Youth. Who do you prefer?
Kariobangi Sharks.
Alright.
Kariobangi Sharks has 2-0 for that matter. Kariobangi has done an international friendly with Everton. Mm-hmm. They have team A and team B. Rooney, yes. Kariobangi Sharks is in top, but if bad luck, Tusker FC will come and take its position. I think that the federation need to really work and sit down and select the best team, but Muhoroni, it has to be thrashed. Maybe Zoya Sugar, if they put pressure and they pressure on the training. Kariobangi Sharks, they're people from Dandora. So the team and the field, the field is there. For Muhoroni, they are there. Place kunamiwa, so huko hata hakuna field ya kutrain. But for Kariobangi, they are putting their really mind in the training and in the game. I think it will go a 1-0 win for.
Alright. Other games in action, Bandari against FC Lopez will be action tomorrow 3 p.m. Then we have Bidco United against Muranga City, just like I said earlier. And then we'll be having Shabana playing against City Stars for tomorrow's action before Gor Mahia and Tusker ends up, the action for tomorrow. That is just your KPL. But then again, we are going to take a quick breather. When we get back, we are switching out to international football, EPL, where we are going to talk about some of the games of today and also tomorrow's that will be in action. So, alright, don't go anywhere. Keep it Science TV. We'll be back after the break.